good to go? All right. Now somebody's got to mute that bad boy. All right, so today we're doing something a little bit different. We have an owner's call. This is Dave Westcott, CEO of TransBlue Franchise Company. And today we're doing something a little bit different. Every single week we're doing things to support our franchise system.
Now somebody's got to mute
we've
that
got a
bad
little
boy.
bit of feedback.
All right, so
somebody needs to mute back there. This is what happens when we test out the new going LinkedIn Live. Anyways, we're going LinkedIn Live today, and we're having some fun. And anyways, every single week in our franchise organization, we're doing something to support the franchise system, something to support the business. And one of the things that we do is owners calls. And on these owners calls, we have owners that participate. And the reason that we participate is so that we're constantly giving something back to the system, constantly giving something back to the franchises, and we're helping them with little tips and tricks that come up in our business every single day. And so when we do that, right, we help them level up their business. And this is a little peek behind the curtain. This is a little snapshot. Typically, we wouldn't do anything like this. We wouldn't share this kind of information. But today we're giving a little snapshot behind the view of what support looks like, what it looks like from the owner's side. And so we're going to share some inside TransBlue tips. We're going to share some of the things that make TransBlue run, and we're going to share some of the stuff that we share on these owners' calls. So everything starts with an incredible customer experience. It's where we focus, and it's where we start our business. This is the top of our flywheel. This is the TransBlue flywheel. This is in every office. This is a part of everything we do. Some guys have this blown up in huge format on their walls, but every single day, as a TransBlue team member, we want to focus on an incredible customer experience. And what does that look like? What does that mean? Well, that means we're always going above and beyond for our customers. It means we're always servicing at the highest level for our customers. What does that mean? That means we're going to get better Google reviews. We're going to get more referrals, and we're going to get more customer loyalty. In return, we're going to spend less on advertising, right? We're going to put more money into our pockets. We're going to have higher margins. We're going to have a higher sales close rate. We're going to have more of the right business for our business. And then we're going to get more subcontractors and more competitive pricing from subcontractors. We're going to get higher quality contractors, and we're going to get increased profitability because we're working our flywheel. This in return makes the lives of our staff better, our clients better, our subs and our personnel better. So today, one of the things that we're going to talk about is reviews. We're going to talk about how reviews impact our business, why reviews are important, and what they really mean for who we are. And a lot of the statistics and a lot of the things that we're going to go over today, a lot of these are from third-party resources like Harvard Business Review or some of the others that we pull these resources for. But reviews are really the lifeblood of any business, right? Whenever we go on, internet and we're Googling something, hey, I want to buy this product, or I want to look at this, new weight set for my gym, or I want to get this, I don't know, whatever it is. You're always looking at the reviews, right? You're getting a new patio set. You're looking at the reviews. You're getting a new barbecue grill. You're looking at the reviews. If the reviews aren't good, you don't want to buy it. It's like, oh, that treadmill didn't work out. The flap keeps falling off, right? Okay, I don't want to buy that one. I don't want to have that customer experience. And so reviews are really, really, really important to who we are in our business. And it's something that we focus on, both on the 5-star review side, but also on the client side, ensuring that we are doing everything that we need to do to be successful. And so I've shot up a little, just a little Word document that has some of the things that we focus on reviews in our business. And when we focus on these reviews, we are really, really taking our business to the next level. The other thing is that these reviews help us to protect our business from negative reviews, because everybody will get a negative review. We will all have that one customer who, we can't satisfy, or we can't make happy, or is slightly crazy. I mean, it happens from time to time. And so we need to be able to insulate and protect our business. We also want to have goals for our project managers in getting reviews, right? So when our project management team is out in the field and they're working on the jobs, what we want to do is we want to promote them to get 5-star reviews for our business, right? Really important. So something we need to focus on, and how we do that is we want to incentivize them, right? So part of our scorecard, we use the EOS business model system. And part of that scorecard is how many 5-star reviews did you get each week? Well, what we want to see is we want to see 2 5-star reviews every single week. There's 52 weeks in a year. That means 104 reviews is what we want to see. And what we find is when we have the right kind of project manager, we're going to get the right kind of results. We're going to get the right kind of people, right, working to make this happen. And so when we look at that, when we do that, when we launch that, 104 reviews is amazing for any business. In fact, we're part of another networking group, and there was a moving company that we work with, and they had a goal to get 1,000 reviews in a year. And I remember being on the call last November, and they were at like 990 reviews, and it was like, whoa, crazy the amount of effort that put into that. But what does that mean for us? So, at TransBlue, we really work hard at getting those reviews, and I can just go back to maybe 2019, and we picked up 128 reviews on Google, something to that effect. And what happened was we were able to turn our advertising conduits off, right? We didn't have to run those in the summertime. And the reason was because so many people were finding us organically that we didn't have to utilize an advertising medium like an Angie's List or a Home Advisor on our residential construction. So we're going to run through this document. We're going to run through why it's important, and we're going to talk about what we need to do in our business for review. But before we do that, we've got a couple of franchise owners on the call today. We've got Mark Wilson, Zach Sims joining us on the call. I would love to hear from each one of you what you do in your business to really promote 5-star reviews. How do you work with your teams? And what are you pushing down in your weekly meetings? And why don't we go with Mark, and then we'll just hit right to Zach and just give us a quick update on what you do with your teams to really push 5-star reviews and really push that incredible customer experience.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we have incentives for these guys, in order to to see that, just trying to go that next level and go that extra mile with our customers. And one of our core values is notice and do what's right. And so when we see that, we like to call that out in our meetings, and we like to give little gift cards and just things like that to just take care of our staff and really show them that hey, when you do right by the customer, we'll do right for you. And then also, it makes it a lot easier when it comes to that time of wrapping up that project to request that review from the customer, because they'll notice that you did what was right. And so just some of those different incentives and just making it the core of our business is really the kind of person we're looking for, and to help carry that mission on. So
awesome. Thanks, Mark. That was fantastic. Zach, what about you?
Yeah, so kind of 3 things. One, to piggyback on what Mark said, core values, one of them being for each other. So we will talk about this in our weekly L10 meeting. We run off of EOS, as you know, and we'll have the weekly meeting, and we'll talk about the impact via the flywheel on what these reviews have on us as a company and each individual person's role in the company. So it's kind of baked into our culture anyway for everyone to be thinking about it. But more specifically, it's a measurable for our project managers in our weekly meeting. So as we go through our company scorecard and see how everyone's been doing the last week, it's one of the things that we ask to our PMs, have you gotten, 5-star reviews? Why not? Are we close? That kind of thing. So it's a conversation point in terms of a measurable. And then, kind of finishing it up, we talk about being world-class, and it's one thing to say it internally and hey, we're world class and it's a tagline, but then you need to project that to the world. And there's a couple of ways to do it. One is the way you carry yourself and the kind of quality that you put out there anyway, but then it's our people recognizing it. So we're constantly striving, asking the clients, are we exceeding or exceeding where we at, so that we can be world class. And all that kind of gets shown to the world through your review. So that's kind of how we do it.
That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. And that's one of the reasons why you both run such great businesses. So just quick fact, did you know 97% of consumers read reviews when they want to make a purchase, or 68% of consumers are more likely to choose a local business if they see positive reviews online for that business, right? Powerful, powerful facts. So I want to share a story with you as we kind of get going on, and this is, really going to open up some, vulnerability, and this is a little peek behind the screens. But I can tell you that some time ago, I did a job for a customer, and this is just a quick, case study that I share that I would typically only share with the franchisees, but today we'll share it with the world. And so I was doing a job for a guy by the name of Bob Johnson. He's president of Homeowners Association, and we had done a lot of work, for him, and that included installing new landscape entrance. That included, new beds along the wetlands. It included lots and lots of work for this client. Not to mention lots of referrals from this client. So this client would, be a reference for us. We picked up several government contracts because of the referrals here. And, we started doing some roofs in the neighborhood, and, Bob went to bat for us. We did a couple of the roofs in the neighborhood, and then Bob hired us to roof his home. And, we went in, we started roofing the home, and, that went well. And the project ended, and, we had some staples that were coming through the cedar shake shingles on the other side, some little nails that were coming through, whatever. And part of the problem was, we didn't get those clipped off. And, Bob he was more than just a client. He was more of a friend. We would go out to lunch, we would hang out, we would chat all the time. He was an awesome dude. And what happened was, because he was an awesome dude and because we were friends, what happened was I took advantage of that relationship, and I failed as a business owner. And this is, going back 13, 14 years. It's a long time ago, and I really learned this lesson. And I told Bob, I said, "Hey, Bob, no problem. We'll get out there and we'll clip off all the nails." And at this time, we did everything in our business was self-performed. So we didn't subcontract any of this work. Everything was self-performed. And I told him, I said, "Hey, man, I'm going to clip these nails off. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to send the guys." And something else came up that was more of an emergency, and I moved the guys off his job because I knew I could. No big deal. And I kept doing it over and over and over again. And then finally, Bob called me. He's like, "Hey, man, I got to have this done. You got to get this taken care of." And I said, "Bob, I promise, Tuesday morning, the guys are going to be there. They're going to be on site. They're going to clip off all the nails. Everything's going to be fine." And what happened was, on Tuesday morning at around 7, I got a call and I had an issue, and I rerouted the crew. And when I rerouted the crew to a different emergency, I just figured that I had a relationship with Bob. I figured he could wait. I didn't even call him. I had one of my office folks call him and just say, "Hey, we're not going to be there. An emergency came up." And this really pushed Bob beyond his breaking point. This pushed him beyond what he could handle. And he never called again. He never followed up again, and I never followed up with him. I just kept doing the work and moving on as normal. And what happened was, Bob filed a lawsuit against me. Bob decided to sue me. And I got that lawsuit paperwork in the mail, and I was like, "What? Bob, you're suing me? I can't believe this. We're friends, man. And we're brothers. Why would you do this? And I couldn't believe it. And I tried to call him, and he wouldn't pick up the phone. And I tried to get a hold of him. And, I just couldn't understand why Bob would sue me. And not only did he sued me for the total cost of the job. The roof was, $28,000. The cutting the staples off was only an hour, 2 hours worth of work. So he sued me for $28,000 or whatever. And I was like, "No freaking way, dude. I can't believe you would turn on me. I can't believe you didn't have my back. I can't believe you're screwing me like this. What's wrong with you? Why would you do this?" Man, I was so angered at Bob. And my insurance carrier, we turned the claim over to the insurance, and the lawyer came out to the office, and they sent their person out, and they took pictures of all the work. And you know what the insurance said was, they said it's going to be too difficult to prove whether you did a good job or a bad job. And the amount of the claim is so low that we're just going to pay it out. And that pissed me off even more, because now I got this $28,000 claim against my business. The insurance is paying it. He got a free roof. He got all his money back. And I'm like, man, this is not cool. And I held this grudge against Bob. And I was like, I cannot believe this guy, man, you know? And it was really hard for me to take as a business owner. And then I grew up a little bit, and I matured a little bit. And I realized when I really looked in the mirror that it was me. It was all me, right? If we were really friends and brothers, would you ever treat a friend or a brother that way? Would you ever treat a client that you really cared about that way? Would you ever keep pushing them off and not taking care of it? And what I learned right there was, man, you attack the problem right away. Same with your reviews. When you get a bad review, when you get a negative review, when you get something that's not what you want, attack it right away. Get on top of it. But I also realized that the incredible customer experience that I had been delivering to Bob for all of those years on the wetland projects, on the landscape install projects, on the roofing projects, on all the stuff we've done, had been an incredible customer experience. I devoted my time to hanging out with him, spending time with him, building a relationship with him, giving him an incredible customer experience. And then I got laxed. And when I got laxed in delivering an incredible customer experience, because I was letting my business run me and not running my business, what happened was I ended up with a lawsuit from somebody I thought was a friend. And you know what? I deserved every bit of that. Even though we did an incredible job on the roof, even though that same roof is still there on that house today. No matter what, it was me who did not deliver an incredible customer experience to my client. And what I learned from right there was, no matter what, we were going to go above and beyond for the client. If there was an issue with a client, we were going to go out and we were going to take care of it. Now, fast forward from that, 14, 15 years, one of our guys who works for us, his name is Paul. You might see him online as Paul Does All. We had a customer that had some concrete work done, and they had some issues with the stain fade. And we did that work several years back, right? And we all know that concrete stain fades. We all know that concrete sealer wears off. We all know that those things happen. That's just a normal part of concrete. But that customer called and said, hey, you know, this has worn off a little bit and I'm not that pleased with it. And so, you know, we said, hey, you know what? We're going to get out there. We're going to take care of you. And we had Dylan on our team go out there. We had Larry on our team go out there. Then we had Paul set it up. And the reason is we want to deliver an incredible customer experience. And we also don't want any bad reviews, right? So we're going to do whatever we need to do. We're going to go above and beyond for our customers, even if it costs us a little bit of money. No matter what, we're going to put the customer first. We're going to give that white glove service in everything we do. Doesn't mean we do everything perfect. It doesn't mean every single job goes perfect. But what it means is, as a company, we are committed to making things right? A true medal of a business isn't in the accolades they receive, but it's in how they respond when things don't go right. Right? And so that's what we are focused on as a business. So what does that mean? We need reviews in our business. We live in an age where everything is judged, everything is looked at, everything is reviews. And so we're going to go through a couple of these things that we really train our franchisees on, that we work with our franchisees on, and that are really important to us. So you need at least 5 Google reviews for your star rating to show up in local searches. So what does that mean? You know, that means that every single customer who's upset or has a delay or isn't happy is going to leave you a what? A negative review. 1 out of 20 are going to leave you a positive review. So get out there and ask for the customers to review your work, right? And The more that customer experience is elevated, the higher that star rating is going to be. In fact, I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he said, I don't want to leave a bad review when I'm reviewing a company. I don't want to be pushed to that point. I'm only doing that to get a response from the company because they won't even respond to me. And if they were to call me and talk about it, I would even take the review down, or I would increase the rating on the review. So we really want to work on what it's like to build our reviews and to build our presence online. If you're looking at it, what are you spending right now on your advertising budget? What does that look like? Is it 10,000 a month? Is it 15,000 a month? Is it 5,000 a month? Where does that sit? So if you want to reduce your spend, this is what I believe. If you want to reduce your spend, then what we need to do is get more reviews. If you want to build your reputation, you get reviews, right? And the places that we want to get these reviews at is Google and Yelp. So if you have an online reputation and you want your Google seller rating to show up in ad campaigns, you'll need 150 unique reviews and at least a 3.5 star rating. So that gives you a matrix right there. That's a KPI. Right now, I at least need to be at 3.5 or better. Don't forget that Google also tends to add reviews from other websites to your local search listing, showing your Facebook ratings or reviews, etc. So you'll need to manage your reviews across your platforms if you want your business to appear trustworthy in Google searches. So this is really important. It's just not Google, right? You don't want to get that negative review on Facebook. You don't want to get a negative review on Yelp, right? You really want to be cognizant of where those things are at. And what we say is if you're getting a lead on Angie's List or Angie's Leads now and Home Advisor or Angie's Leads, or the two have merged, what you want to do is we want to make sure that you're getting those reviews where you got the work from. If you're using Thumbtack or wherever it might be, get those reviews from those places. Help build the online review rating in those areas. Build your online presence. So let's talk about Yelp. Yelp is one of the places that can be brutal, right? Just one of the things about Yelp is that I can go out today, I can get a customer off of Yelp. That customer on Yelp can reach out to us through the Yelp app. We can set up the lead. We can meet with the client. We can win the job, and then they can give us a 5-star review on Yelp, and then Yelp can take the review down because they don't believe it meets their algorithm. It's really hard to get reviews on Yelp. It personally has frustrated me so many times. It's made me crazy because I feel like I'm wasting my reviews on Yelp. As a consumer, let me tell you that the only place I go to look for contractors for work at my house or a rental property or a building is Yelp. And the reason is that I know those reviews are legit. Right? I mean, they take away the good reviews, the bad reviews, they take them all, right? They really work hard on that algorithm. And it sucks for contractors, right? It's a bad deal because you can get 10 5-star reviews from individual real customers and they can take 9 of them down. So when you see a company with 100 5-star reviews on Yelp, you know that company is the real deal. And so Yelp is an amazing place to grow your business because if you grow it and if you get those reviews and if you grow your business on that platform, you are building a brand that people trust. And I believe that Yelpers, people who use Yelp, trust Yelp reviews more so, I would say, than any other review platform because you get good contractors there. I know that every contractor I've ever got off of Yelp has been a top of the line guy. I've never had an issue with a Yelp contractor. So what we want to do is we really want to make sure that we are putting our business in the best place to succeed, right? Make sure your Yelp business profile is complete and the information is up to date. Make sure you're shooting video. Make sure you're adding video. Make sure you're changing the information on the Yelp account on a regular basis. Make sure you're updating pictures on the Yelp account. Make sure that you don't do anything that violates Yelp's guidelines. Reply to your Yelp reviews, right? Really take the time to focus on replying to the review. Even if it's a bad review, take the time to hey, I'm sorry that you didn't have a good experience. That's not like our brand. Our core values, are focused on notice and do it right, just like Mark Wilson just said. So what does that mean? We're going to dive in. We're going to work to make that right for you. Right? Remember, Yelp reviews are important. Yelp reviews show up in Bing's local search results. So, if it's a search from Microsoft, right, or some, Microsoft employee or Microsoft team or somebody using Bing, right, Yelp is right at the top of the list. Yelp also shows up high in Google search results, right? Your Yelp star rating is extremely important. People are looking at Google and Yelp, right? They're looking at both of those things and they're deciding whether they want to buy from you. You want to know why your business isn't selling jobs? You want to know why you're not as successful as you want to be? Because you're not focusing on your reviews of your business. It doesn't even matter if all the work you do is commercial or government, whatever, you're still getting searched. People still doing background research on your business. And the more that you show up, the more prevalent you are, the better your business is going to be. Facebook reviews, right? I still believe Facebook is an important place to be. Facebook is like other platforms, so there's no specific number of reviews you need, but everyone who reviews your Facebook page can see your reviews, right? So you want to show your content in as many places as you can. And if you're just starting out with getting the reviews, you want to just say, hey, we want to focus on Google, then we want to focus on Yelp, then we want to focus on the lead conduits that drive the business into our business. Right? Because everywhere that we can be socially on the internet is going to make our business better. 85% of consumers trust reviews from strangers as much as they trust people they know. That's crazy, right? Like your review holds as much weight as it does from a friend. It holds as much weight as talking to the guy at the bar and saying, hey, who would you use to, re-roof your home? Right? Those reviews are super, super important. Research has found that 93% of consumers spend longer than a minute reading reviews, and the average consumer spends close to 14 minutes to read reviews before they make up their mind about a business. So when you're out there selling and you're out there working on the jobs and you're trying to hit your sales quota, right? We've all got a sales quota. Hey, it's 150 grand a month. It's 500 grand a month. It's $1 million a month. If the average customer spends 14 minutes researching us and reading reviews about our business, what happens if we have 0 reviews? If we have 0 reviews, they ask, are you a real company? Are you just going to take my money and run? How do you have no reviews? And you can say, well, we're old school. We're pen and paper. Well, that's not going to jive for the millennial folks. So, what we really want to do is we really want to focus on building reviews, building awesome reviews, and building reviews that describe the type of work that we do, right? Most people are going to trust your business after putting a good amount of time into researching and reading about your business. If you want to know how to increase price, if you want to know how to sell at a price that's not the low bid, you focus on your reputation, you focus on review management, you focus on growing amazing reviews, because people will spend more money for somebody they trust. I will not buy from somebody who I don't believe can execute at the highest level. Right? I rarely choose the low bidder. Rarely. Mostly I choose the most expensive. I would rather pay more money and have the job done right. And so I think it's really, really important as you build your business, as you grow your business, as a sales team, to focus in and focus on those reviews. No matter what kind of client you service, telling the story is amazing. Like if I work for Applebee's and I share the amazing work that I've done for Applebee's, maybe Denny's will say, hey, I want you to be a customer too. I want to be a customer too. Look at the amazing work you did there, right? So it correlates to many different types of business. Notably, if a local company has 10 recent reviews, most consumers won't look any further for confirmation. So what does that mean? What do we say? Well, what we say is that if you get one negative review, you need 10 positive reviews to counteract it. Right? So that's why in our scheduling, that's why in our business, that's why in our EOS, we're focused on 2 reviews a week. That is a scorecard item. We want 2 5-star reviews a week because we know that somebody is going to leave a negative review. It's just going to happen. And so we need those positive reviews to combat the negative reviews that we will get. We can't make all people happy. And we don't want to live in a delusional world where we think that just because, we have this idea that we're the best and we're always going to deliver the best, even if you deliver the best day in and day out, there's somebody you're going to make unhappy. So let's really focus on that. And when you get a negative review, what's your plan for that negative review? Do you call the customer right away? Do you reach out, try to make it better, try to resolve the issue, ask them to remove the review, see what you need to do to make it better, right? See where you failed, take ownership of it and make it right. And your first benchmark, if you're looking at, what you're doing and taking notes, is generating 10 reviews on the most popular review websites. What are those for you? Maybe it's Angie's List. Just a few reviews can drive traffic to your website. This is where you get to tell your story, right? So what do we want to do? Those reviews are important because they're going to make our business more profitable. After you have 8 or more, the site will start to see growth in organic search traffic, and every single review matters. One review can increase e-commerce conversions by 10%. And once you get more than 100 reviews, the conversion rate can be boosted by up to 37%. For all you guys out there who say, man, I can't sell, or I got to be the low price, or the price isn't enough, or the price is too high, because you're not focused on what your customer is reading. You're not focused on getting reviews in your business. The more reviews you have, the more your customers are going to buy. The right customers want the job done the right way. A good friend of mine keeps saying, oh man, look at the Kia is making a wonderful car. Oh, the Kia is making a beautiful car. Oh, I love this new Kia. I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to drive a freaking Kia. Nothing against the Kia drivers, but I don't want to drive one. I want to drive a Cadillac. I like Cadillac. But Cadillac ain't hitting those numbers, right? And so you've got smart, wealthy people that are looking at the Kia. And when I think of the Kia, I think, oh man, that's kind of a lower level ride. I mean, I'm not being facetious or rude or difficult to anybody, but like at the end of the day, look at what the reviews are doing. Look at what the customer reviews are doing for those cars, right? They're elevating them, and now they're charging more money, and now those cars are getting more and more expensive, and they're becoming more and more prevalent. And the truth is that the Kia probably performs better than the Cadillac. But why does that happen? Because they're focusing on getting reviews, and those people are talking about it. They're talking about the reviews they're reading. They're talking about what's happening, and they're getting excited about the brand. And so as you grow your business, as you build your business, as you go down that path, your reviews are so, so, so important. Reviews should be recent. So what does this mean? This means that, hey, we've got a goal of 200 reviews and we're going to get that over a 2-year period. That means you got to continue getting reviews. One thing I love about the Better Business Bureau is that, they remove those reviews after 3 years. Right? That means you always got to be getting new reviews. But the more relevant your reviews are, the more your reviews are focused on the type of work you want to sell, the more that those customers are going to be like, oh yeah, you have experience in that. I trust you to do that type of work. right? Reviews have a shelf life. The star rating is super important. Just because you get reviews doesn't mean they're all going to help your business. Your business should constantly focus on receiving 3-star reviews or better. 42% of consumers say they will use a business with at least 3 stars. Now, for me in my business, a 3-star review would tick me off. I'm going to be freaking mad. I want that thing gone. That means that we have, in my opinion, that means we have absolutely failed as a company. That means we're just average. And I want an incredible customer experience. That's what I go for day in and day out, an incredible customer experience. 3 stars is not an incredible customer experience. 4 stars is not an incredible customer experience. 5 stars is where we want to be in our business. And that means being in your business and working on your business and growing your business. You need a review marketing strategy that helps you get new positive reviews, right? Look at the most important websites. One of the things that we do is we want to track every single lead that comes in on every single job. And then when we close jobs, we want to know what the value of those jobs are. And then from there, we want to know, then we can glean the value of the lead conduit. For example, if we get 27 leads from Angie's Leads and we close 15 of those, we now know what our close rate is on that platform. And if each job values $30,000, we know that now each lead is worth X amount of money, and we know how valuable the lead source is. And now we know whether we want to put more money into it. It also helps us with the reviews or the lead conduits that aren't as profitable. Hey, we spent $10,000 on this. We got 2 leads and we didn't close any jobs. Don't put any more money into it, right? So we really want to focus on where we're at and what makes money. Look at your review marketing platform. Make sure that you're following a platform. Make sure you're working on a platform, and make sure you're protecting your online reputation. We work with a company called Consumer Fusion, right? That gives us updates on what's going on in our reviews. How are we handling it? They're looking at it every day, every week, and that helps us to monitor what's happening online. How do you respond to negative reviews? Well, what we want to do with a negative review is we really want to take ownership. You know, and here's just a quick response. Hey, thank you for writing the review. We sincerely appreciate you bringing this to our attention. I'm sorry you had such a frustrating experience. That's not what we like to hear. We understand your disappointment with our company. Our goal is to provide an outstanding experience to all of our customers. We are here to correct the issue and make sure that going forward, no other customers have the same issue. Right? So what we want to do is we want our team to take ownership of the review, take responsibility of what happened online, and then make it right. Reach out to that customer by phone, email, text, get a hold of them and make it right. Whether they take the review down or not doesn't matter, because, right, our core values are notice and do what's right. They're help first. They're have grit. It takes all of those things to work through a negative review. Not only do a huge 97% of consumers read online reviews, but they trust reviews as much as recommendations from friends and family. Right? So when you look at reviews, you know, we're seeing, hey, 85% are going to trust, 97% are going to trust. Very high percentage of people are going to trust what they see online. To have a fighting chance in today's digital world, your business needs to be constantly getting new reviews. Still, we have found in a recent survey that only 36% of small businesses invest in review marketing. That's crazy, right? These are free referrals. And back in the day, you used to win a job and they would say, hey, can I get 3 or 4 references? But now the references are all right online. And you don't have to hound those same customers over and over again, because it's like, okay, we got these 2 guys and they always give us a good review and we got to use them. And at some point they get tired of giving you a good reference, right? Well, look online and you can just say, hey, we've got 155 5-star reviews. feel free to DM any one of those companies about their experience. DM, direct message, right? So we want to be focused there. Reviews can also boost sales at SEO, leading to higher search rankings. Since business reviews are social proof, right? Social proof is the idea that if others like your business, then it's safe for me to like it, right? Oh, they did a good job for them. They're gonna do a good job for me. And consumers take reviews very, very seriously. Check out these stats from Nielsen. 82% of consumers go to review sites because they want to buy a service or a product. So I don't go to Angie's Leads. I don't go to Angie's List. I don't go to Thumbtack. I don't go to Yelp. I don't go to Google unless I'm going to buy. The reason I'm on that site is to buy something. 89% make a purchase within a week of visiting the review sites, and 29% will do so within a day. That's from Nielsen. We also have a survey that says 70% will buy in the first day. So different surveys are going to give you different information, but what we're seeing is that no matter what, these people are buying, and they want to buy fast and they want to buy quickly. So if somebody is reading your reviews, they probably want to make a purchase. But where do consumers leave in and read reviews, right? We know Yelp, Home Advisor, Google. What can positive reviews do for your business? So super important. Now that we recommend not that we recommend raising prices, but I love this because this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. And I love this statement, not that we recommend raising prices just because you have recently received a few good reviews, but a Cornell University study found that a hotel can raise its price by about 11% for every 1 point increase in its star rating without losing customers. Right? That's absolutely incredible. That means if you're at a 3.0 right now and you go to a 4 and a 5, it's different for every type of work, but potentially you could increase your pricing by 22%. That's 22% to the bottom line. That's 22% for a better customer experience. What I find is the reason why companies can't deliver an incredible customer experience is because they don't have the margin to do so. Delivering an incredible customer experience actually costs money. But the more you do it, the more that cost is mitigated because you get better clients, you get better reviews, so on and so forth. It follows our flywheel. That's why the flywheel is so important, so that everybody in the company knows the direction that we're going. Consumers are also likely to spend 31% more on a business with excellent reviews. Is that incredible or what? So for all of the people that say, I can't sell this because my price is too high, what are they not doing? They're not building incredible reviews. They're not focusing on reviews in their business. They're not focusing on what's actually going to make them more money. You want to be more profitable. You want to be more successful. You want to have more of the right customer. You want to be more successful, right? A whopping 92% will use a local business if it has at least a 4-star rating. Wow, that's incredible, right? You want to grow your business? Spend time online. Focus online. Everything you should be doing, get it online. Get it on the internet. Get it out there. The big contenders for reviews are Google and Yelp. Right? That doesn't mean you don't pay attention to the things that are specific to your business, but Google and Yelp, that's super important. Google reviews have a huge impact on your business. While both are important for small businesses, studies say Google is more important for reviews than Yelp. Google is the biggest search engine in the world, accounting for around 64% of all searches worldwide. That's incredible, right? Every time somebody searches what you provide, it's coming up on Google. And guess what? Why do I love Yelp? I love Yelp because I know that when I find somebody with 5-star reviews, they work really hard. I trust them. I know they're going to be an amazing contractor. It's the only place I go to find contractors on Yelp because they're so difficult to contractors and to businesses that I know it's going to be amazing. I think my friend Todd Chapman won't watch a movie if the Rotten Tomatoes rating is under 90% or something. I'm like, hey man, have you seen The Sting? He's like, no, I've never heard of this movie. I'm like, it's an older movie. It's got Robert Redford in it. He's like, who's Robert Redford? I'm like, he's this cool actor. And first thing he does is we're in the office and he's just like, oh, wow, that has 94% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to watch that. That looks like a good movie. I don't know if I got all those facts right. He can correct it later, but reviews are so freaking important. So where does your business stand? Are you hurting for sales? Are you hurting in the review department? Are you hurting in the customer service department? This is amazing information. This is gold information. If you're a franchise owner, if you're thinking about buying a franchise, no matter where you're at, this changes the trajectory of your business right here. This changes what happens for you in everything you do. Potential customers search Google for local business reviews and star ratings show up. Google was also found to be the most important review site for purchase decisions, and consumers are 38% more likely to visit and 29% more likely to consider buying from a business with a complete Google My Business page. Right? What are you doing on the back end, right? Reviews on Google can also increase your click-through rates. In fact, 56% of searchers will choose to click on a business listing just because it has a good star rating or positive reviews. I hate working with those companies that don't have good reviews. And according to Harvard Business Review study, a large percentage of local searches ended with a purchase. 78% on mobile, 64% on a tablet or laptop, and 61% on a PC. Right? Customers are buying right away. It doesn't matter where the survey says, or whether it's Harvard Business School or whether it's Cornell. What the mantra is here is that people are buying and they want it built and they want to buy fast. Right? What does Jeff Bezos say? Jeff Bezos says, hey, I know I can tell you 3 things. I can't look into the future and predict what's going to happen, but I know 3 things. I know my customers are going to want it faster. How many of us are on Amazon Prime? Right? My kid got a Lego set. He wanted a Lego set. We pushed the button buy, and in 2 hours, that thing was at the front door. He was like, how did it get here so fast? How did it get here so fast? I tricked him. I said, hey, man, Santa dropped it through the chimney. But it's crazy because it gets there so fast, right? It used to be 1 day. 2 days, a week. Those guys can get it out to you in a matter of hours. We want it cheaper, right? We want good pricing. We want fair pricing, right? And we want quality. We want an incredible customer experience. And we know that if we deliver an incredible customer experience, we can charge a fair rate that makes us successful, that allows us to deliver an incredible customer experience, that makes our customers happy and puts profit in our pocket. There's nothing more important than putting profit in our pocket. Yelp reviews can lead to a revenue boost. Don't understand the power of Yelp for a local business. With platforms more than 127 million reviews, Yelp is the godfather of online review platforms, and good reviews on Yelp can do a lot for your business. Increasing your overall Yelp rating by 1 star can lead to a 5 to 9% boost in revenue. And 98% of Yelpers have made a purchase from a business they found on Yelp. That is incredible brand loyalty, by the way. That's what that is. Just like I said, I will never look for a contractor that's not on Yelp. 98% of Yelpers made a purchase. So how important is it to your business to have an incredible profile, to show video, to show who you are? Hey, I'm a veteran. Hey, I'm a woman-owned business. Hey, I focus on these services. Yelp has an incredible consumer following. Right? It's amazing for your business. Reviews on Facebook have a huge impact on your business and sales. Facebook influences more than half of the users' purchase decisions, and 80% of consumers are more likely to trust a local business if it has positive Facebook reviews. Since 74% of people use Facebook to find more information about businesses, those reviews are extremely important. Look, our businesses are everywhere. Everything is online. Everything is exposed to the public. So we need to do an amazing job everywhere. We need to have a social media program for our business. If we're not growing socially, if we're not focusing on every platform, on everything we do, we're not going to grow. We're going to die. And the fact of the matter is that the business owners are getting younger and younger. Right? The millennials are conquering the world. They're taking over the world. These are the new business owners. If you're not on the business platforms, you're going to go out of business. That's just what I believe. That's my own personal thought. So for all the lawyers out there, that's trademark Dave Westcott only. That's just advice. That is just what I believe. Ratings for your online business are a great way to improve sales. Putting reviews on product pages is the way to go. Not only has it been proven to increase review volume by 324%, but it can also increase product coverage as well as website traffic and conversions. Just one review can boost conversions by 10%. At 100 reviews, your conversion rate can be boosted by as much as 37%, and at 200 reviews, this rate can be rise by a shocking 44%. Imagine the close rate. And if those are above 4 stars, what do we already know? We already know that you can charge 31% more. So if you follow a system and if you focus on 2 reviews every single week, and those are 5-star reviews, and in 2 years you plan to have 200 reviews, that means that you have a shocking 44% increase in conversions based on this data. And you can sell at 31% higher. You want to grow your business? It's freaking right here. It's all online. You want to take your business to the next level? It's all online. But it starts with an incredible customer experience. Negative reviews come at a cost. They can cause 4 out of 5 consumers to reverse purchase decisions. Yes, this happens. You can get a negative review tomorrow, and you can have customers in the pipeline who decide to cancel their projects. Let that sink in. That's how important review management is in your business. It's on you. It's on your customer experience. So that potential customer might be ready to buy until they read a few negative reviews, at which point they will just simply walk away. You ever been ghosted by a customer? Man, I thought I had that one in the bag. I can't believe that. Additionally, one bad Yelp review can cost your business 30 customers. And if you think about the average cost of your job, like, you know, if the average cost of jobs as a sample was $30,000 and you lost 30 customers, how much money did you just lose? Something like $1 million, right? Just under $1 million by one bad Yelp review. Not 10, not 5, not 15. One bad Yelp review can cost your business $1 million if your average job size is 30 grand. That's insane for your business, by the way. That's like I'm just reaching in and taking $1 million right out of your pocket. Reviews are freaking important, man. Google search results can cause you to lose 70% of those potential customers. When businesses respond to unhappy customers and actually resolve the problem, that customer is 70% more likely to use the business again. So you have an opportunity to fix it. You have an opportunity to make it right. All you have to do is respond, apologize, and genuinely make it right. So at the end of the day, what it comes down to and what we're all focused on is an incredible customer experience. Day in and day out. This is where we focus. This is where we live. This is what we do. If we live by our core values, help first, right? Really getting in there and helping our subcontractors, helping our project managers, helping our teams, helping our customers. we're going to give that incredible customer experience. Have grit. When you get a negative review or an upset customer, don't shy away from it, right? Dive into it. Call that person right out. Hey man, what's going on? I'm sorry I missed the ball. I'm going to make this right. I'm the owner of the company. I'm going to take responsibility for this. This is on me. The buck stops with me. Be engaged in your business. If you're not in your business and you're not engaged, right, you're not doing well. Hey, these owners calls, you pay for these, by the way, right? This is part of the system. The amazing information. This is, in my opinion, this is the most important thing you as an owner do every week. There's a limited amount of time that you get to spend with me, right? And I think that that's amazing time, because this is amazing information that you learned to make your business better. See it through. Follow that plan. Don't quit. Where's my 2 reviews? Where's my 2 reviews? Where's my 2 reviews? Here's my bonus structure. Here's my incentive. Where's my reviews? Where's my reviews? We had a guy by the name of JP that worked for us. We were like, hey, JP, every time you get a review, you get $175. JP got so many 5-star reviews, he'd come in and his paycheck was doubled pretty much every single time because he had so many reviews. It was like, whoa, this guy's insane. We're paying him like double because of all the reviews he's getting, right? He was incentivized, motivated. That was awesome for our business, right? It allows us to close amazing amounts of jobs. So see it through for each other. For each other means we have each other's back. Your client's back, your project manager's back, your employee's back, everybody's back. You got them. Franchise. What do negative reviews do? If you're a franchise owner and you get a negative review, you're actually going to impact somebody else's business. Right? You're just not hurting you, you're hurting the guy next door. Right? Super important. Got to get those reviews down or you hurt the system. You hurt us as the franchise company. It makes it harder to sell franchises if you have negative reviews. People don't have as much trust. Reviews are interdependent throughout this business. So manage those reviews, because for each other is our core value. Look out for your brother, right? Super important. Be nimble, be flexible. Do the little things above and beyond for your customers. Be nimble in your business. Those are the things that I believe in. Those are the things that I think reviews do for our business. That's why reviews are so powerful. I love that we live in an age where we have reviews, and we need to harness it and we need to focus on it. And bad reviews are okay. They're going to happen. We can't make everybody happy. But at the end of the day, we can try to make anything right. Anyways, what else do we got? Any questions? No questions out there. There's got to be one guy floating around with a question. Anybody have a bad review? That's okay too. All right, no questions. You know, I like 9s and 10s. Let's go ahead and rate the meeting. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And throw that on the chat. Let's see what we can get out of here. Go ahead and rate that meeting for us if it was beneficial. And if there's anything that you want to share, if you have anything you want to have chatted about, you know, it's awesome to be engaged and to help you guys learn about what you want to learn about in your business. Other than that, we'll have other topics that are fun and exciting. And it looks like we got a bunch of 10s coming in for our meeting, so we did a good job today. Hey, I appreciate you guys all. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will catch you on the next Owner's Call.